That's really bad timing, wasn't it? Here we go, Colby. Here we go, Colby. 6 minutes before we go to air. He's not dead yet. Want to go for a walk? I feel happy.
Belay, just constant cussing coming out of my mouth, is Mike McCarthy is being retained and will be your coach for your Dallas Cowboys next season, according to Adam Schefter, who...
What does he know?
Well, more than likely it was Jerry called him and said, "Hey, Adam. Hey,
Good morning to you.
We're keeping Mike McCarthy."
You think that's how it went down?
Yeah, just a phone call on the old flip phone.
Yeah.
Just Jerry just leaking that out. And
Think of all the things Jerry leaks out of his body.
I don't want to think about that. I mean, getting into this, I had all prepared, right? I was surprisingly enough, guys, I was prepared. And I had a rant ready to go on how that the Dallas Cowboys, what they tried this season was proven to not work because bully ball doesn't always work, because you fall behind and you can't catch up because your defense is playing dime against a run game. That just didn't work. And, I was going to give Mike McCarthy his flowers because the Kellen Moore offense then made it to the Mike McCarthy offense, and it was a good offense this season. As far as offensively, there wasn't a whole lot about it besides – nitpicking plays that I was like, you know what? At least they're scoring. Everything was semi okay, but I thought that the division between the offense and the defense with no mediator caused this thing to really not work that well. Like Mike McCarthy as an offensive coordinator, I'm okay with. Is it the greatest thing that's ever happened? No, but it's good.
He's no Bill Walsh.
It's serviceable.
Serviceable?
Yes. Old Houston Astros catcher Scott Service made his way into the broadcast.
Scott Service and Troy Percival.
That's right. They just combined into a pitcher-catcher. That's a thing. You can switch. It's okay.
Colby, would you rather be the pitcher or the catcher?
You know what? It's always throwing. It's never catching, right?
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Colby, have you ever experimented with vibrating anal beads?
No. The answer is still no to that. The answer is still no.
One of these days.
But you had a chance. With all of these coaches that are out there. And I'm not just talking about like Bill Belichick or Harbaugh, but you also have, like Vrabel and these other guys that are out there, and all the young up-and-comers that could be something worth a shit. And Jerry Jones decided, he looked at all that and he goes, well, look at all these sparkly things. Hey, I like this thing we've got in the corner still. Can we keep it? I can't fathom why you wanted to go back into basically the same situation. Why did you want to go back into the same situation with an opportunity not to? Because you ended up not making it where you wanted to make it in these playoffs. Was it totally Mike McCarthy's fault? Well, no. I lay it more, me personally, lay it more at DQ's feet on a defense that couldn't stop anybody if they got behind. You could never catch up because you could never stop them in order to catch up. That was the thing. from the Arizona game to everybody else, you just gave up because like we can't stop them. So if we can't stop them, then we'll never catch up. So everybody just go sit down. It's fine. But to run this back again with an opportunity to not run this back again is the most cowboy thing that you could ever fucking do.
Colby, here's why this stings to the core. Not because it's McCarthy, right? Not because of what his one playoff win in now 4 tries.
I don't know if I need coffee.
I don't give a crap about your 3 consecutive 12-win seasons for the first time in franchise history.
Good morning to you.
Don't give a crap about that. What concerns me about Jerry retaining McCarthy now for the last year, and it is the last year on his contract.
Right.
So that'll be the excuse now next year when he gets fired.
Right.
However, here's the difference between firing him now and firing him next year. Colby, the guys that are available to hire right now won't be available next year to hire.
Because they'll have jobs.
And there's some good ones that are out there. We have never seen an availability, an open market of head coaches like we have right now, ever. You have Bill Belichick, and I'm not saying they should. I'm not picking any of these guys to coach the Cowboys, all right?
Right.
You have Bill Belichick available.
Uh-huh.
Pete Carroll is available.
He'll go chew gum on somebody.
Mike Vrabel
Yes.
is available. If you want to go that way, Ron Rivera is available. I'm just saying he's available, okay? I'm not. And by the way, that was my pick instead of McCarthy for the 2020 hire.
Right.
But Washington went and snagged him up and ruined his career.
Right.
He probably won't coach again.
Washington will do that on you.
Yeah, he probably won't coach again, and that's
It's like
a shame.
being a Cleveland Brown quarterback. As soon as you get there and you're now the quarterback, now things bad happen.
Poor Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, should have massaged
Those
that in a little bit
massagers.
better.
But you will never have this group of guys available again.
And you got the guy that has pleated pants and eats a vitamin every day. It's a steak.
And Jim Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh, which, by the way, that's the last time you did something good is grabbing the guy that just won the national championship when you picked that guy as a coach. Which, I mean, and I know he cheated or whatever. Fine, bring the cheaters here. I want to cheat.
Yeah, if we got to cheat to win the Super Bowl, so be it.
Oh,
I don't even care.
Crap.
Let's go steal some signs, Colby.
I just want, you know what? Maybe it was me being selfish. I just wanted to show where I could just sit here and just basically look at all of you guys and go, you know what I dream about? I dream about these things happening, right? I dream about, like, some great defensive mind coming into here with an offense that's proven that it doesn't really matter how good you are as far as an offensive game plan, that it'll work because of the amount of talent that you have on this offense. And Dak haters aside, I understand. Look, you know what? I'm kind of right there with you as far as like he's never going to be elite. That's fine. But he's good. Okay, if we can all agree that he's good, that he's good, then the rest of the team together, that's a pretty damn good offense. What you need to fix is the fact that you have like DeMarcus Lawrence, you have, good God, the Lion over there, and you've got what you think is a good defense, and yet at times they just look like a bunch of matadors out there just, ole, go, score whatever you want to. It's fine. It was the whole defense was if we got a turnover, that's how we got to stop. If we didn't get a turnover, then we weren't getting a stop. And you know what? As far as leading in turnovers, that looks great until you don't get a turnover. Then it doesn't work. You have to be able to slow people down. It wasn't a bend, don't break defense. It was just, hey, we're either going to break your offense or we're just going to break all over the place and just let everybody through like a sieve.
I believe the name of the defense that we saw for the Cowboys
It's broken.
Was the Olay defense.
Okay, right. You went back to my Matador thing.
I did.
That I just said like 30 seconds ago, and you. All right.
I'm just piling on with it.
All right, jump on the.
Because it was good.
If you would like to jump on the, oh shit, this is happening for real. Line that we are, by the way, you can text in at 214-937-0569. That is our FanStream Sports text line. Or you can just, I don't know, comment down below. That's also cool. And whatever you're watching this on, it probably has a comment section. And we'll look at it. We'll smile.
We'll acknowledge it.
Yeah, we'll,
If it's a good enough one,
nod in your general direction or fart in your general direction if that's, the case that's needed for whatever the comment is. That's
God,
fine.
we're just full of Monty Python references tonight, aren't we?
I think I'm just stuck there. I went to go put it in a different gear, and it just ended up in Monty Python gear for right now. Man, I had so many things. I was like, yeah, and then you bring on Vrabel, and he'll add a little bit of the toughness and go after a little bit of the bigger guy to, through McClay to kind of bring forth in the draft, and you'll put a little size on with this already takeaway, hungry defense, and it'll look better. And then all you got to do is go get anybody. Yeah, I mean, you could seriously think about just, grabbing anybody to run the offense, and I think it would be okay. I think it would run just fine. Hell, you could, send me out there. I'll just draw things on the dirt before every snap and just kind of, take a picture of it and send it to Dak's iPhone, and then he just runs that play. That's that. Whatever works works. That'll score points with this offense. It was the defense that you needed to fix, and still have an opportunity to do that. I guess my dream's not dead. Because,
not that dream.
Yeah,
that's kind of my dream right now too.
It's
time to flip the defense.
It's time to do something with the defense, and maybe the Mike McCarthy-led offense, and him, obviously, if you've seen him in any press conferences or whatever, and they ask him about anything on the defense, and he's like, oh, well, offensively, we're doing okay. And
can he spell defense?
I don't think he's ever walked into the defensive side. So whoever gets this defense, because I think DQ's leaving to wherever it is that he's going to end up going, man, what happens if they keep DQ too?
Hey, Dan, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.
Now, don't get this wrong. As far as a person, as far as how, the defense loves him, I think DQ is awesome. I just did not. And for a lot of this year, when the bad games happened, you would, if you were listening to this particular podcast, you would hear me go, I don't know what the hell that was. I thought our defense was good. I don't know what happened, because you have to slow somebody down in order to be able to catch up. Once you fall behind, you have to be able to slow them down enough that your offense will finally catch on to what's happening to them and get back there in points.
So, Colby, would you agree that Dan Quinn went into this game when he's game planning knowing full well, as we all did, that the Cowboys were going to see a heavy dose of Aaron Jones up the middle?
Good God, if we saw it, I'm hoping the paid professional sees it.
So, Colby, do you realize the Cowboys ran 54 defensive plays? All right, against the Packers. Would you care to guess how many of those 54 defensive plays contained a package with 6 or 7 defensive backs?
Oh my God. I'll go 40-ish.
48 out of 54 plays,
dear sweet Jesus,
contained at least 6 defensive backs in the package when you knew you were going to get run on.
Here's the other side of that. Your defensive package with your 6 defensive backs, and you somehow still also couldn't find out where all the wide receivers were?
There's another thing. He ran more zone defense this year. They're not his zone team. They're not his zone team.
No, they're not. What was that?
He ran more zone defenses in that game than any other packages in any other game all year. Why is he switching things up for the first game of the playoffs?
I don't know. You overthink it? Did he overthink everything walking into it? Did he thought maybe his game plan would be better off suited in this? I don't understand, but it didn't confuse the Green Bay Packers.
Nope.
They weren't confused at all. Hey, cool. Look, we got presents. This is great. It's Christmas all over again. No,
Colby, our buddy Jason Starkey says the Cowboys lack any type of discipline. That's on the head coach, and it will be next year. Well, yeah, that's.
You know what? I'm not offensively. Yeah, were there some penalties? They were the most penalized team. Yes. Were they also that under a disciplinary coach in Jason Garrett? Yes.
That's because nobody listened to him anyway.
But they were. Even when they did listen to him, they still were that. So I mean, how can a head coach discipline people when he's constantly looking over his shoulder up at Jerry and going, "Hope I did okay, Jerry. I hope I did all right, Dad." Because you look at that, I mean, really and truly, you look at that and you go, well, I mean, who's in charge? Well, it's not Mike McCarthy, it's Jerry Jones. And I know that's the simplest way to go, hey, what's wrong with the Dallas Cowboys? And you just go, Jerry.
I mean, if you had to mention one thing, not necessarily the biggest thing, but hey, what's one thing wrong with the Cowboys right now?
What's the most consistent thing since this whole drought has happened?
Since 1995.
Right.
When we've seen zero playoff success.
You haven't.
That's the only constant, right, is Jerry.
Yeah, your head coach wasn't afraid of Jerry. Ever since then, your head coach has been afraid of Jerry. And look, man, let me tell you, if somebody were to ask me, hey, what do you think about Jerry Jones? I'm going to tell you, he brought championships here, and he made, the Dallas Cowboys what I'd wanted to be for a little bit. And I will never be able to say, hey, that's bad. I can never look at Jerry and go, you suck, because of what happened for me and what my experience was. That being said, ever since the head coach that you had wasn't afraid to go up to Jerry and belly bump him back into his chair, man, things haven't been right. Because Jerry, through the time, said, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to win with whoever's the head coach. And then he just hired whoever. And
Barry Switzer.
Yeah, which he proved him right for like one season.
For one season. It was Jerry's team, we all know, or Jimmy's team, we all know it.
Right. And then, Barry forgot that he had his gun in his luggage, and next thing you know, he's...
My God, I forgot about the gun.
Damn it! But yeah, after that, it's just been whoever. And I don't think any head coach that's been here besides Bill Parcells has had the power to walk into Jerry's office and go, look here, Jerry, stop it. You're really fucking with my juju here. Just stop it. And that's been your only time where this team, when the camera pans to the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, right, on the sideline, everybody else except for Jimmy Johnson and Bill Parcells, it just looked like, hey, look, there's the Jerry puppet. There he is. Look
at his hires, man. After, and we all know Barry was a puppet hire, but it worked because of the team that they had. Then you go out and you get, what was after, was it Chan Gailey? Then Dave Campo?
Yes. Of course, they gave Dave nothing.
No, he didn't have a good team. Campo didn't have a good team. Chan Gailey didn't have a good team.
He had that 8-8 team that one time.
Gailey? Yeah, because Campo went 5-11 3 straight years, right?
Yes.
That was just, man.
Poor Dave.
And I feel like we're right back there.
We are.
I feel like we're in the late 90s again. We're winning more regular season games.
Right.
But you're not going to... The biggest part of this for me is just you weren't even in it.
No,
you didn't even show up to play.
No, I mean, the game opened and immediately you pantsed yourself and started getting your ass beat.
I texted you very early in that game.
I know, and I told you to shut up because I felt it too, but I didn't need you to tell me what you were feeling because I was already feeling that. I was just watching it going, well, shit.
I texted Colby very early in the first quarter after Dallas's first 2 possessions, and I said, I'm getting the same feeling in this game that I had in the Buffalo game.
Yeah.
When you just couldn't do anything right.
No, you couldn't. Everybody's looking at each other like, oh, wait, wait, who's Spider-Man here?
And then you had Dak and CD who didn't recognize each other, apparently. They didn't know they played on the same team.
Right.
Who haven't been out of sync like that in 2 full seasons at least.
No, it was like they all just went out there and somebody, before they walked out there, somebody hit them with the flash memory stick from Men in Black.
Right, I was thinking that same thing too. The neuralizer.
Yes.
And then you'd see them talking on the sideline, and they were chirping at each other, blaming each other, and then you see the body language of both of them. And, it was just defeat in the first quarter. To me, all of that combined is the most not that they lost. Yes, the loss is disappointing.
It is.
But the performance for me is what just should have ended McCarthy's tenure here. It should end Dan Quinn's tenure here.
Right.
It should go a long way in Jerry deciding whether or not he wants Dak here long term. And no, the entire loss is not on Dak, although he had maybe his worst game as a Cowboy this year.
What? I don't know. Somebody's calling me from New England. You can stop.
Is it Belichick?
It maybe.
Is he for his interview?
Yeah. He's going to be a podcaster on FanStream Sports.
Right, that's right.
The Bill Belichick show. No, man.
The man in the hoodie.
Yes, it's the podcast is called The Hoodie Talks. No, I had such, because we had actually at 7:20 before this news broke. We had an intro. Tim had a segment, and then we were going to go to our sports report, and it was going to be, where do the Cowboys go from here? And I had ideas. I had plenty of ideas and what they were going to do and what they should do and all of that. And now, you know what? It's I don't know what to do. As Gary points out, another year and another disappointment. Same shit, different pot. And he's now a Bills fan.
You know what? Go Bucks. Of course, I do a Bucks podcast or Bucks radio show twice a week now, so I got to jump on their bandwagon.
By the way, yeah, Josh Allen's doing really good right now, but I still think he's a Jeff George with legs.
Yeah, I don't think Josh Allen's all that. Now, is it creepy, Colby, when we get comments like that? And you don't know who that is? Are they talking to me or you?
That's you. I know who all my kids are. So.
Oh, that's Emma and Jessica and Kenny. Okay, we know Kenny and Jessica. Okay, look, I'm not.
This is not the time to total dogpile on Dak Prescott.
No, and I'm not doing that. But all I'm saying is that this should tell you something about. It should count in your decision the way he performed Sunday, whether or not you want to keep him long term. Is he the long term answer? Dude's 30.
He is 30, and there's been a long litany of quarterbacks that ended up doing this for this long and then never reaching the Super Bowl. It's been more than that's actually come across and done the damn thing. What is it, like Ken Anderson and Jim Elway or John Elway? Jim!
That's his dad.
Jim Elway, John Elway, and that's it, right? The rest of the guys are there's not people that struggle, make it to a Super Bowl.
Right.
That's so there's something to be said about that. But as far as Dak's concerned, I understand. He had a couple of picks. He didn't look great. If you end up looking at his final stat lines, they don't look bad.
Because of the freaking fourth quarter.
Right. They don't look like Jalen Hurts bad.
Man, that's another thing.
So, as far as still right now, the best quarterback in your NFC East is still Dak.
Oh, for sure.
So,
and I don't think it's close.
It's not close. So
that's not saying much.
Hey, I wasn't saying it was saying a lot. I'm just saying.
All right, Colby, let me ask you this while we're on Dak talk.
How did we get here?
Name me some quarterbacks in the league, and there's obvious ones that you would rather have than Dak.
Okay.
You know,
Mahomes,
right? I mean, throw Mahomes out because everyone's going to say they'd rather have Mahomes than their own quarterback.
Correct.
Is there anybody else other than Mahomes you would rather see than Dak? Because my list is long.
Is it?
Yeah.
Man, I like the moxie of Burrow, but I'm not sure he can stay healthy to stay out on the field.
Right.
Lamar Jackson's a beast, but I think he's still got the same thing as Dak, where he looks awesome, and then we'll find out in these playoffs.
Yeah, because he didn't have any of the bad games Dak had this year.
No, but
yeah, we'll see. He's also got one. He has Dak's win total in the playoffs. He has one win in 2019.
I mean, no, there's not. I mean, I guess you're going to have to name some because, I mean, I see where people would say Josh Allen right there because of,
Yeah, but not me.
He's a Buffalo Bills quarterback, and because of that, nobody cares about what the Buffalo Bills are doing until he has his awesome game.
Yeah.
So it's because it's Buffalo.
Yeah.
You only see the shine, you don't see the warts. I mean, it took their head coach to literally be like a little bit of a crazy talker in a locker room for that to leak out. I mean, and some of the things he said was McDermott were nuts, and that's kind of been pushed under the rug. If that had been a Dallas Cowboys head coach that said that, or a New York Giant, or somebody in a prominent team with a prominent media coverage, everybody would have lost their freaking minds. So, okay, name your long litany list because I'm having trouble.
I would rather have Justin Herbert.
Yeah, no, not me. Sorry, I can't do it.
I would rather have Brock Purdy.
Okay, I'm still going to go with system.
I would rather have Russell Wilson.
Oh, shut up. Go away. Vomit.
I would rather have Lamar Jackson.
Okay, I mentioned him.
I would rather have Tua.
Okay, vomit. They're the same people.
Okay. But Tua's better.
Yeah.
Now for me, I'm just telling you, this is me.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. I'll stop disagreeing with all of your lists.
No, you can you'll disagree with all of them. Right now, I would probably rather have Joe Flacco than Dak Prescott.
You're now just being stupid. I mean, you were being dumb through most of this list, but now you're being stupid.
Look, and you know where I stood with Dak?
Yes.
And then I came back around.
Right.
Well, I'm back, and I'm done. I'm not going back to your side. He's not the guy. He's not. We've seen it too many times. And again, it wasn't just his fault.
No, if the defense could have stopped a nosebleed for
But had Dak had a Dak-like game in the playoffs at home when you're supposed to perform your best,
right?
Had he had a Dak game, right? I still think they would have had a chance to win. Even with throwing a pick. I'm not even discounting a pick. Throw a pick, fine. If you were at any point accurate, and whatever happened, did Dak sleep with CeeDee's wife or something? Like, good God, dude.
I don't know. I do not know what happened between those two. Somebody had an argument with somebody because it did not look right whatsoever. I mean, the third down pass play to CD where it was not on this shoulder, it was on this other shoulder, and somehow that caused CD not to be able to catch the football. That immediately sent off warning flares in my mind, and to the point to where there for a little bit in the first part of the game, it was also he just forgot CD was there. Did you notice that? It was like, all right, well, I'm going to throw the slant route to Cooks. Anybody remember him throwing the slant route to Cooks all season?
Nope.
Because I don't. It was always either trying to hit Gallup or CD Lamb. It was
By the way,
Cooks.
kudos to Gallup.
Right. He showed up. But, yeah, Cooks didn't win his slant route. Well, guess what? That's a pick now because you didn't win your slant route.
And that was a terrible route.
Yeah, it was.
Because that's not what he does.
No, it's not. That's not. You ask him, just run downfield. Go.
CeeDee Lamb ends up with 9 catches for 110 yards. Looks great, right?
Right, except for when you saw.
Except for 87 of those were in the fourth quarter.
Yes.
Gallup 6 catches, 103. Ferguson 10 catches for 93 yards. Like you looking at the stat line? It's pretty good. Tony Pollard 15 carries, 56 yards, 1 touchdown. It's about what I expected out of Pollard.
Right.
I didn't expect 80, 90, 100 yards out of him.
Kind of expected a little bit more because the Green Bay defense was not very good against the run. They were like 26th against the run. Anyway.
And again, Pollard had 15 carries, right?
Right.
Throw 5 more carries in there, you probably got another 25 yards. It looks a little bit better. Dak Prescott's stat line, 41 of 60.
That's
for 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions.
Right.
Sacked 4 times.
Yep. And
so
a few of those sacks were directly on him. It wasn't like
he was 100%.
Just waiting for somebody to get open instead of, throw the ball away. Throw it away. You're in field goal range.
So, Colby, ironically, I write, many people know that I write for Sports Illustrated. I cover now 11 NFL teams as we were just handed the New York Jets. into our family of NFL coverage. I also every year am responsible for a couple of teams. If you guys see these in the grocery stores or online, the Lindy's publications, I'm responsible for the NFL draft guide for the Dallas Cowboys, and then this year also the Houston Texans.
Oh, cool.
And so my deadline for that piece was actually Thursday, but I forgot. Uh-oh. So I didn't get it done until yesterday, which I'm glad I did because I'm responsible for, in the piece, grading all of the draft picks.
Uh-huh.
Over like in little their draft grades go the last 5 drafts. So we went back to 2019. So I have to do that, but also I have to come up with my top 3 priorities in this year's draft. And I'm really glad I waited till after the playoff game. And I had a hard time coming up with narrowing it down to 3, Colby. You know what my number 1 position was that they need to draft for?
Not until you tell me.
Quarterback.
The Dallas Cowboys need to draft a quarterback.
They do.
Okay.
I'm not saying to start this year, but you got to have a guy. You got to have your Jordan Love.
Well, you got your Trey Lance.
Well, then he needs to be your starter. Number 2, position group number 2.
Is it running back?
Offensive line.
Okay.
Because, Colby, this offensive line is getting bad, and it's getting bad fast. Guys are hurt. Guys are old. And I meant to bring it in here, but we don't have time to go over it tonight. Maybe we'll do it next week. We need to go over all of the pending free agents, unrestricted free agents that the Cowboys have because they have a slew.
They do have a slew.
Anyway, number 3, position group. You got to draft running back.
You know where I'm going to change out your quarterback for what I think?
Defensive line.
No. I want big, beefed up, muscular men to play linebacker.
Mark.
I mean, dude, I know we got Agent Zero who should have been playing linebacker this year before he got hurt in the preseason, and that would have helped out. That would have covered up some of this mess because of how good a player I think that guy is. But we need another one of those guys. If you're going to have Micah Parsons playing a lot of defensive end, then you need to have that kind of guy playing linebacker. And so second round, because I know first round linebacker, that's not something that you do, right?
I mean, it worked with Parsons, but that's unique.
It did. But your second, third round, those guys, go get me some more linebackers, please, God. Like your first round pick, I wouldn't mind if it was another great offensive lineman. I wouldn't mind that at all. And Bland coming back next season, and then he's on the opposite side of Diggs, and then he has that year of maturation under his belt, and he doesn't seem to wane at the end of the season because he seemed to wane at the end of the season. His confidence level kind of dipped a little bit. He wasn't quite the same guy. He got burned quite a bit, and I think that has to do with not only like your rookie wall, so to speak, but also just, oh, crap, I've got too much information to try and take in. I think that's part of it, and I think he will grow. So I think your corner position is actually pretty good. I don't think you need to bring back Gilmore. I don't, as far as that's concerned. But,
I mean, unless you just want depth.
Yeah.
Or a veteran presence.
But
I agree.
But man, crap. Give me some linebackers. Because the injury...
I believe that would have been number 4 on my list, but I could only rank 3.
The injury to LVE, which if you didn't see that coming, who could have seen that coming?
Shocking.
And Agent Zero, those two, I think, really hurt this team's, defensively. But you knew for quite a bit of the season that was your deficiency, and yet you didn't fix it. You didn't fix it.
An inability to adapt, Colby.
Yes. Which, by the way, we're showing because we're keeping the same head coach. We can't adapt to somebody else. F it. You've got one more season. Let's go. Do you think McCarthy went in there and just said, hey, just give me one more chance? I don't know why I just did that in Jerry voice. You think
that was almost Wade Phillips.
Yeah. Hey, I know I haven't been here in a while, but
Can I coach?
I'd like to stay.
Colby, he's in the new UFL.
I'd like to stay as coach. I love hot pockets and donuts. You ever taken a hot pocket and put a donut inside the hot pocket and filled it with jelly and then ate the hot pocket jelly filled pepperoni pizza donut? It's good. Man, crap.
Everybody hurts.
Yeah, we do. I don't know what we're doing now because we have things that. I mean, I had complaints. I had other complaints. I had complaints about people at the gym because it's.
Let's go till
January.
40. We got before we break, so we got 3-4 more minutes here. So let's hear some complaints.
Okay. I don't know how to. You know what? I can't change over. The effing Cowboys just went through and retread their tires with the same. They went in for new tires and came out with the same ones.
Yeah.
They came out with the same tires. They went and, hey, we need to tune up this engine. And they walked in and they said, it's good. It's good. This is fine. Everything's okay. Don't look. That house isn't on fire. It's fine. People can still live there. You just watch out for the falling embers.
You know what, Colby? The way I see it, to use your analogy, Jerry Jones took his car into the shop. The mechanic told him his dipstick was broken. And Jerry said, but I like that dipstick. You put that dipstick back where it goes.
It's been through a lot, man.
Because he's keeping his dipstick, Colby.
I can't.
Are you going to have a different outlook going into next year, expectation-wise? Or are you still expecting 12-5?
No.
A number 1 or 2 seed in the playoffs?
I'm expecting I mean, if that happens, awesome. But I'm expecting a locker room to be lost.
Yeah.
Because you're going to go into the season with a quarterback that, is going to get his money one way or another. Why does he care?
By the way, they owe him $60 million if they just keep him and don't restructure and extend him. And next year is the last year of his contract.
And a dead fish as a head coach. Because unless he pulls off the miracle of miracles, but that's not happening, then going into next season with any optimism, it's fool's gold. No, I said on a Facebook post, I said, I'm done. I was just done believing that this thing could do any different, because that was going into every season. And you know what? Y'all all can take me at my word right now. Going into next season, when training camp starts up and we start to hear about how good everything looks, and from the pictures of whoever that we think has passed their prime is looking good, and look how fast he's running these cone drills and stuff like that. And I kind of get whoop whoop excited. No, that's not happening. It's not happening. I'm not turning into Tim where I just blatantly just throw everything under the bus and just say it's all bad. But I'm not just going to go, hey, no, it's great. Look at it. Because look at it. I've walked up to the buffet and I've tried everything that they've offered. And instead of going, well, that smells like that could be different, I'm just going to tell you, this is a mediocre buffet. This is a mediocre buffet. They do some things that are good. Their starters are good. Their opening salad's great. The middle of it's okay. The desserts fucking suck. At the end, you're going to be disappointed. So, if we just don't even look at the dessert menu, maybe we'll be all right. Like, just move back all of our goals. As a fandom, let's move back all of our goals and realize that because you won the NFC East this year, you're not going to win it next year because there's not a back-to-back champion for the NFC East. So you're not going to win that next year. Which, you know what that tells me? That tells me that you don't even have a championship, a little championship that you can hold up next season. So
that buffet you just described, how many Cowboy stars would you rate that buffet?
That's a 3-star.
So 3 Cowboy stars?
Yeah, it's a 3
right.
Cowboy stars.
All right.
So it's not a 5-star. No. No. The dessert sucks that bad that it can't make it there. You'll be sufficiently full from your main course and from your starters. Oh yeah, no, this is great. No, they even have ranch and croutons. This is amazing.
I like to dip my croutons in ranch.
Yep, and that man, dude, look, they even have fresh boiled crawfish right there on the buffet. Eat as much as you want. Little crawdaddies, right? And you get to the dessert, and it's all those little foam cakes that nobody likes. It just sucks.
That's what I give to my kids.
Just sucks, and nobody eats it except for the baby. The baby's just kind of looking at it like, Yankees.
So, Colby, I will leave this segment before we go to break here on a positive for you.
You don't have one.
Want to bet? Here's your positive outlook on the end of the Cowboys season.
That it ended?
At least we're not the Philadelphia Eagles.
It's true. This is true. At least
Take us to break, Colby.
Yeah, the Eagles. Their helmets have wings, just like panty liners. Coming up next, we're going to try and shift gears and do other fun stuff. I've got a mystery shotgun. There's some good, bad, and ugly birthdays, and we'll try not to deliver back into the Cowboys and the antacid that's going to be.
But we might.
We'll probably will. That's all next on the Colby IndyCarTim Show.
Hello, sports fans. FanStream Sports.
Hi, golfers. IndyCarTim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything. Turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
All right, guys, time to talk a little bit about turf life. You've seen the hats on our heads. You've been or seen the video of the studio. You've seen that the decals are all over the place. Turf Life. Man, it's the brand that salutes the consumer and industry players everywhere whose lives involve turf. What does that mean? That means if you play or have a business or, maybe you're a sports educator, you're going to be on turf at some point. So you live the turf life. So go ahead and tell everybody you live the turf life by having your Turf Life window decal or, the hat or the keychain or the something. Along that lines, just go to turflifeclub.com and become a turf head. That's what it's called when you live the turf life. You're now a turf head. And you can go join the club today and snag that window decal or snag any other special Turf Life accessories and go over there to that website, which is turflifeclub.com, and get your stuff and show everybody that, man, I'm all about that turf life. And then you just kind of raise your coffee mug at them and go, yeah, turf life, baby. That's what it's about. And then that's the end of the commercial. Ding. That means it's done in microwave talk.
Hello, golf friends. It's IndyCarTim from the Rough. I want to take just a minute here and tell you about our new friends over at Orca Golf. They make high-quality PGA Tour-grade golf bags, and they're the best in the business. They're the real deal. They're the best bags I've ever seen. They even designed a bag for the Golden Bear himself, Jack Nicklaus. Head over to orca-golf.com and pick up a great bag from their catalog, or let them customize one just for you. You can use your own custom colors, your own logo, you name it. You work with actual designers, and nothing goes out without the approval of founder Erica Bennett. She's just brilliant. Visit orca-golf.com, that's orca-golf.com, and use our promo code DSP10 for 10% off and free shipping. Do it today. Orca Golf, best choice in game.
Guys, let me tell you about Bay Area Modern Medical Center. Are you experiencing low sex drive, fatigue, hot flashes, moodiness, and you just don't feel like you have the vitality you once had? You're not just getting old, it's likely low testosterone. Studies over the last 20 years show a shocking decline in younger males aged 16 to 39. Older men have seen a sharp decline as well. Do something about it. Go see my friend Christopher Lugo at Bay Area Modern Medicine. Testosterone replacement is not a frivolous treatment. It takes a professional, targeted approach that focuses on total body wellness, vitality, and emotional stability. Not a one-size-fits-all approach like many clinics use. They will monitor your blood work and adjust your treatment as needed for optimal results. Call 844 977 3477 or go to BAMMC.com.
Hey, listeners, make sure you check out the brand new FanStream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7 day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you. Now, more FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to the Colby IndyCarTim show right here on FanStream Sports. It is Hump Day Colby.
Yeah. I mean, wait, is that what it's called? Hump Day Colby?
Hump Day Colby. It's not Colby Day.
All right.
I mean, that's what I've always called it.
Well, I wish we'd rename it because I don't know if that's how it works.
We're going to get into some good, bad, and ugly Facebook birthdays here coming up.
Yep.
I need to remind everybody, tonight's show brought to you by Turf Life. It's not just a game, it's a way of life. Turf Life salutes the consumer and the industry players everywhere whose lives involve turf. It addresses the games we play, the jobs we do. It showcases sports, business, education, and our enjoyment of the outdoors. We all enjoy the outdoors.
Right.
Maybe Jerry should have had the roof open on Sunday. Head over to turflife.club, become a turf head, snag your window decal or other special Turf Life accessories over at turflife.club, and I will see you there. Thank you, Turf Life.
You can see people on websites.
Yeah. I mean, the websites I look at, there's lots of people. They're doing things.
Those cam websites that you go to.
Doing things to each other. What? I like watching people play tennis.
That's what it's called?
What did you think I was talking about?
Thanks, Lanite.
That's what Lanite, I got you doing it.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. That music means that it is time in our show for me to go over all the famous people that were born today. And then I make a list of the people that I think are famous enough out of the famous people born today to make my list and offer them to you guys for us all to decide who is the good person, who is the bad person, and who is the ugly person out of this group. Starting off today, man, he made a killing off of basically just the whole like
O.J. Simpson.
Oh no, finding out if you were the father or not.
Maury Povich.
Maury Povich turns 85 years old.
God, he's still alive?
He is still alive and still occasionally doing weird things on the internet.
You know he's married to, right?
The answer is I don't know.
Connie Chung?
She is. He is.
That was the most confusing response that you could have possibly thrown out there.
I'm sorry. The McCarthy thing is just pretty much.
Yeah, dude, they've been married for years. Which is weird because he's a shock journalist, right? And she was a legit journalist for CBS for so long. And
right.
Maybe
she just really liked that stuff.
Maybe one of the few attractive Asians that I thought of back in the day.
You know what? We have enough people that download this podcast and listen to us and all of that maybe you should stop that.
Well, that's not. I'm just not.
Passed away in 2008. I'm just not. No, Eartha Kitt.
Colby.
Yes.
Dude. My favorite? I think she's my favorite.
She's
nah, Julie Newmar's my favorite.
I'm still going to go with Michelle Pfeiffer.
No.
Still going to go with Michelle Pfeiffer.
No, it's Julie Newmar, Eartha Kitt, and then Michelle Pfeiffer. And then Mekhi Pfeiffer.
It's not Mekhi Pfeiffer.
It's not Mekhi Pfeiffer.
Always remember, it's not
Mekhi Pfeiffer.
Nobody
knows what the hell we're talking about.
Well, I mean, 1 M, 2 M's.
Whatever. It's 2 M's and Tim, sir.
That's right. So
Tim and M.
You're Tim and M?
Tim and M.
Are you going to change your name?
I got a lesser-known cousin who just goes by Eminem.
Right.
From Detroit. You might have heard of him.
Speaking of from Detroit, turning 53 years old today, his name is Kid Rock. I don't know why that was a question mark, but yeah.
So,
how did you go from Kid Rock, which, by the way, great on every single piece of instrument that he ever picks up.
Mm-hmm. Love Kid Rock.
But how do you go from I'm from Detroit, to down in the country and you living in trailer parks and stuff like that?
They have trailer parks in Detroit,
By the way, his Jim Beam, just awful variant, Red Stag.
Oh, that's his?
Yeah, he was like, that
I
was
didn't
like,
know that.
that sponsored his tours and stuff.
Oh.
And he was down with it. Oh my God.
I've never had it. I don't drink Beam.
Okay. Big
I know you are. I know you are.
gym guy. When I actually do step into the world of alcohol, and one day I was at the liquor store and I wasn't paying attention. I just grabbed, because Red Stag and regular white label gym look about the same, except for the bottom it just says, it's not, the label's not changed or anything.
Really?
The bottom it just says Red Stag.
Oh.
So I grabbed Handle because I was at the point of drinking where Handle would last me 2 nights.
I remember that, Colby.
And grabbed it up, walked out, checked out, got home, sat down, fired up the PlayStation. What's up, G? What's going on, everybody? About to play something. And then I poured me a shot, took a shot, which it was like 4 shots in this one cup, basically. Sure. And took it and almost threw up my life.
It's that bad? It's that different?
It's that different.
What is it marketed as? Is it supposed to be a top tier Beam?
No, it's...
Or is it just distilled differently?
It's supposed to be like a cherry cola.
Oh.
Here's it tastes like your NyQuil went out of date.
Huh.
That's what it tastes.
See, I'm okay with NyQuil when it's in date.
So,
As a matter of fact, I do a lot of that.
If you're expecting whiskey
and you didn't get it,
that,
it's like expecting sweet tea and you got unsweet tea.
are expecting unsweet tea.
Nobody would do that.
Sweet tea.
That's ridiculous.
No,
Nobody drinks unsweet tea, Colby.
I do. Along with my, hey G, my coffee's black.
I like Kid Rock, by the way.
So, James Earl Jones turns 93 years old today.
Is he any good?
What are you talking about? It's James Earl Jones, sir.
I love James. Have you ever seen a movie that James Earl Jones was in, Colby? Come on.
Yes.
What?
He was
Star Wars.
He was in Conan.
Was he?
Conan he was
The Destroyer?
He was the leader of the bad guys that used snakes as weapons.
I don't even remember that.
It was James Earl Jones, and he had long hair, and he was like barbarian guy,
And all you could hear was Darth Vader.
and just be scared because it was James Earl Jones.
So, again, because you've never freaking seen Field of Dreams.
I haven't seen Field of Dreams.
For the love of all that is holy, Colby.
Why would I want to watch that movie?
Because it's a great movie.
They grew corn and baseball players.
They didn't grow corn in baseball players.
So,
Although I'd watch that movie too. Gonna see that corn again.
what? Yeah. Little John's birthday is
I don't know who
53.
that is.
He's Little John made a career out of just being a hype man.
Is it Lil John or Little John?
Little John.
Lil.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to write it.
You
Because I know Little John from Robin Hood.
Right, it's not the same. You know what? You would respect his work.
Okay.
You would, because he didn't actually. He would just pop on a song, and all he would do is hype the song, and they would add him to like every song that was popular. It was he would just be, yeah, what, yeah,
That's the extent of his ability.
and he made millions.
Doing that.
Yes.
In any song.
Every song, it was great. Little John was awesome.
You know what we should do? We should do a podcast or a YouTube channel
About just
where all we do is Lil John other podcasts.
maybe no. You know what I would love to have? I'd love to have a Little John hype man during our podcast.
He just comes in randomly and goes, "What?"
He's just off microphone. You can almost barely hear him. He's just, what? Yeah. What? That guy, that would be hilarious. I want that now. If you're looking to be that guy for our podcast, we probably not.
Please be a hot chick.
No, I need the dude. I need the awkward dude in the corner.
By the way, if you guys are interested in world-class championship nose whistling, you're going to want to stay tuned.
Yeah, for news and notes. Zoe Deschanel is 44.
Zoe Deschanel. So what's funny about her She was in that show, New Girl,
Uh-huh.
which I never watched.
Never seen it.
But me neither. The wife at the time was completely into it, loved it. And I always thought she was cute, right? I never would describe her as hot, but she was cute. I always thought she looked super familiar. Like, I've seen something that she was in, but I had no idea what it was.
Uh-huh.
Colby, have you ever seen Elf?
Parts of it.
She was the love interest in Elf. She was the girl that worked at the department store that he ended up
Don't know what you're talking about.
probably elf banging. But she looked really good in that movie. But she's cute. Her sister, I think her sister's name is Emily, was in the TV show Bones. She was the chicken Bones.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you know that. That's her sister.
I watched plenty of Bones.
And by the way, when I saw a show called Bones and got really excited that it was on network TV, it ended up not being anything like what I thought.
Well, you should have known.
But Zoe's a good. She would be good.
It wasn't USA Up All Night. So there you go. Dwayne Wade is 42. Boo, hiss, boo, hiss.
Wait, The Rock?
No, Dwayne Wade.
Oh, Dwayne Wade. Why am I thinking Dwayne Johnson?
I don't know. I mean, your old lady's hot, but boo.
Who's
hiss,
his old lady?
Boo, hiss.
I thought he was married to a man.
No, not married to a man.
Dwayne Wade, the basketball player.
Yes.
The host of the failed LeBron James game show, The Cube.
Yes.
I thought he was gay.
No, his old lady dresses him funny. Forgot her name. If you remember her name.
And he doesn't know how to spell his name, right? It's Dwyane or something.
Man, I don't know. I wrote it down how I spelled it.
Right, I know, but it's wrong.
Ray J.
Why are we acknowledging him?
Ray J is 43 because it's his birthday. I mean, we have to have a bad somewhere. Ray J is 43.
What's a Ray J?
He's the guy that got popular because he banged one of the Kardashians and made them popular. He was the dude on the Kim Kardashian tape that was doing the drilling.
On the sex... Oh, God, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. He's also a hip-hop artist,
Of course.
Yeah, but everybody...
He popped her hip.
Yeah, knew Ray J from diving into that butt.
Oh, I'd like to dive into that butt.
Benjamin Franklin passed away in 1790.
1790, Colby. Benjamin Franklin, you hate because of history.
I mean, I just don't hate him. Just I had to learn about him. So
Go around and ask some 20-somethings in America these days when Benjamin Franklin was president.
okay, they'll answer.
And I guarantee you 9 out of 10 20-somethings in this world will give you a year range. And, of course, they'll all be wrong because he was never president.
Maybe future president is next, turning 60, Michelle Obama.
What is wrong with you?
I'm just saying.
What are you doing?
I said maybe future president. In the realm of possibilities.
What are you doing right now?
Doing nothing.
How old is Michael Obama?
Michelle Obama is 60.
Michael Obama is 60. All right.
Steve Harvey's 67. Super funny.
Still not funny.
Super funny.
What's he ever done that's funny?
Everything that just him just sitting on a couch eating whatever is funny. He's just funny.
I don't see it. I mean, I dig him for game show hosting, whatever. That's a tough job.
He's funny in that too.
He ain't no Richard Dawson, sir.
I like Steve Harvey.
All right.
Betty White passed away in 2021.
I would.
Just to say you did. Yeah.
Dude, she was hot back in the day, in the 20s. The other 20s.
That would have made her 4 or 5 if you were doing the 1920s.
Well, she was a hot toddler.
Okay.
She had a full diaper of hotness.
You should stop.
Trying to save myself there.
You didn't accomplish that. Muhammad Ali passed away in 2016.
Muhammad Ali, also known as,
Cassius Clay,
and that's how we should all address him
because
as.
his mama called him Cassius, so I'm gonna call him Cassius.
Exactly.
All right. And Jim Carrey is 62 years old. That is
Still not funny.
You shut your mouth. Jim Carrey was hilarious.
Still not funny. No. You're correct. Jim Carrey was hilarious.
That's what I said.
Right. He was hilarious. He's no longer funny.
No, he's serious all the time and giving out life notes now. He's
It's just
not.
weird.
Well, that's what happens when you're that funny and you have that brain and you get older.
Dude, he does just have a whacked out brain, right? People like that just like...
Which was what made him hilarious.
Yeah,
so
it
you
was.
got to deal with this now. You just got to deal with it because he
Cable
thinks,
guy.
He thinks differently than you. He thought differently than you when he was making those movies. That's the reason why he thought of, hey, you know it'd be funny for Ace Ventura if he came out a hippo's ass in front of a kid.
That was funny.
Hilarious. Almost wet myself.
Do not go in there. Oh, wait, that was the bathroom scene.
Yes. Woo!
He's all soaking wet. I've come out of bathrooms like that before.
Yeah. So there is your good, bad, and the ugly.
All right,
famous
Colby.
guys.
Colby, we have Facebook birthdays
Oh my God.
that I forgot about. Or I should have added them up already. Colby, celebrating Facebook birthdays today. There's 2 here specifically that we need to get to. In one, David Blassingame.
Oh, what's up, Autoflex Leasing? And also
Autoflex lease, oh yeah.
master of the pun meme. He is master of the pun meme.
Dude, that's all he does anymore, right?
That's all he has to do.
He's a funny follow on whatever you're interested in following him on because it's
Yes.
all the dad joke memes and all of those. And then there's a very special birthday shout out that was yesterday that I got texted very early this morning, yelled at because I didn't text her happy birthday.
Uh-oh.
Because I forgot. But then you know how I recovered? Oh, because I was waiting till our show tonight to do it on the air in front of people. A very good longtime friend of Tim, Misha Gross, turned the big 4-0 yesterday.
Oh, look at you go.
Her mom hates me, by the way.
I would imagine so. Most moms do.
Dude, a lot of moms hate me. What is the deal?
Because you've heard happy birthday to other girls before.
Happy birthday, Misha. I'm going to have to cut this up and send it to her so she knows, because God knows she doesn't know how to listen to a podcast.
How do I join a podcast?
How do I join a podcast? God. Colby, it is also the birthday of one Lori Villalpando,
All right.
a friend of mine from California. Me and her husband used to go out and hustle pool.
Yep. Hello, Lori Ponderosa.
It is Pandy Turner's birthday on Facebook
Patty Pandy.
tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And then tomorrow, and this is interesting. So
Is it?
Tiffany Chamberlain
Uh-huh.
was a cheerleader at my high school and was probably my biggest high school crush. All right. She lived across the street from my best friend, so I would constantly see her. Plus, as a cheerleader, I would constantly see her. We had yearbook together. We had tons of classes together.
Right.
She knew I was crushing hard. I asked her out lots of times, only to be shot down every single time. Nothing ever happened. She would never give me the romantic time of day, but we were, whatever, friendly. She was nice to me.
She's smart.
Very smart. And everyone knows I went to the Colony High School, right?
Yes, you've said this often. If you didn't know that, you need
Tim
to
went
pay
to the
attention.
Colony High School.
Pay attention more.
So Tim gets his graduation ring in, and on the crest are the initials TC. Of course, for the Colony. Tim goes up to Tiffany Chamberlain. Tiffany, I know that we've never gone out, but you know how I feel about you. And I wanted you to know that you'll be forever immortalized on my high school graduation ring with your initials on my crest. Bought it hook, line, and sinker.
How?
Was so moved. Not moved enough to go out with me,
Right.
but
She went directly into the bathroom and threw up.
she moved.
Yeah. She was so moved I never saw her again.
So moved, she moved away.
She moved.
Anyway, happy birthday to Tiffany, even though on her Facebook it says she's 21.
Okay.
It's a little not good. Colby, our friend Grace, that used to come see us over at the bar.
Oh, yes.
Happy birthday to Grace on the 21st. And Facebook hot Britley Blevins, the hardest girl name I've ever had to say.
And say hi to your dad, Bert.
Drunk. Not to Bly Blevins. Then another classmate of mine, Michael Ferguson's birthday is on Sunday as well. So there's your Facebook birthdays, Colby.
Groovy.
All right. Good, bad, and ugly, because that's the way we do it here.
Yep.
Colby, I'm going to go with, holy crap, we're so late.
Yes, we are.
But we're having fun here, no?
N-
Colby, am I
Yes.
good? Colby, am I good? Benjamin Franklin.
Wow.
There are things that we wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for Benjamin Franklin. We wouldn't have bifocals. We wouldn't have record players. We wouldn't have electricity. We'd be in the dark talking into microphones that had no power.
Yeah, or Tesla already invented it or whatever.
That's what he thinks.
Uh-huh.
Colby, my bad, sorry. My bad has to go to, come on, Dweani Wowdy,
Right.
because miserable human being. And the ugly, again,
Okay,
it's my ugly.
that's dumb. You're dumb.
But I'm right.
Muhammad Ali is my good
Okay?
because, move like a butterfly and sting like a bee. My bad is Ray J
Ray J.
because he helped create the Kardashian empire.
I don't know who that is. I'm going to have to look him up.
And my ugly is, I don't know, go look at any amount of money with him on it. It's Benjamin Franklin.
What?
Any picture of Benjamin Franklin? Yeah, come on. He an ugly dude.
Did you know that he was quite the ladies' man? He got more tell than me
Well,
on a good day.
ugly dude.
He was ugly. He needed a haircut.
Ugly
Hippie.
dude. So there is your good, bad, and ugly. If you differed with anything was said there, we have a text line or comment, or just tell us who your good, bad, and ugly was out of that. That'd be great to hear.
Come on, hippies.
So there's that. Right
Colby,
now,
do you have 14 minutes worth of Mystery Shotgun?
I mean, I've got some worth. We'll see how long it lasts.
Do you want to do that now?
We can do it.
Let's move into our favorite segment that Colby does. It is part of his Mystery Shotgun. He's about to update you on all the things that you don't know you even need to know.
Right. Ah, yes. Welcome in to Colby Sapp's Mystery Shotgun. I am your host, Colby Sapp, along with Pod Racer Tim. And we're getting right into it, as if you've had a chance to watch, because it's available on Hulu along with Disney Plus, the series Echo. It's out there. It's 5 episodes. It was going to be longer, but they cut a lot of the plot out. I'll give you some of the things that they cut out, but I'll also give you some of the things that I thought were great about the series and what I think is wrong with it. And I'm going to start with, well, what's wrong with it? And so if you don't know, if you haven't watched any of the Echo series, I'm going to try and not do a whole lot of spoiling, but it's going to be kind of hard because a lot of what I have to talk to is what happens in the series.
I've seen episode 1 and I am full in. I just haven't watched the rest yet.
Okay. So, I'll go ahead and tell you what's wrong with Echo. And a lot of you so-called Marvel heads should be upset. Should be upset. Nobody really is, but you should be upset. And the reason being is, in case you don't know the history of this character, I do, and this isn't even my preferred brand of comics. This is Marvel. This is not, it does involve some of my favorite Marvel characters, which is like Daredevil and Kingpin, but this isn't my bag. My bag is DC, but I haven't seen a whole lot of people really upset with this. And what it is that, let me give you basically what I know as the backstory of Echo. Where her name comes from, Echo, is not her name. It's not, no, Echo's not a part of her actual name. It's Maya. She has, in the comic books, she does have a Native American and Latin heritage. That's all correct. Her dad is, works for the Kingpin and gets killed because of an order by the Kingpin. They did somewhat of that. Where they messed up is that in the comic books, Echo as a child, their sure she has a learning disability. They don't know that she's deaf because she's young and can't tell them I can't hear, right? But
That could be a problem.
because she can't hear them talking,
Right.
so she doesn't know what's going on, right? But she ends up near some musicians playing the piano and such like that, and she just walks over and just starts playing the piano exactly what they were doing to the T.
But you can't hear it.
She can't hear it. Come to find out, she can mimic any physical action that she sees.
So just watching the fingers.
Just watching the fingers go.
Wow.
So any physical action that she sees, she can echo it. Thus the reason for her name, right? So when she sees Taskmaster also has this ability, which if watches somebody's fighting style and can immediately copy that fighting style. Like she can do the same. Like, oh, that's how you do a spin kick? Now she does a spin kick.
Why are they not using this in the series?
They didn't. They didn't at all.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like that's who she is. They're changing who her character is.
Exactly. They changed every bit of her, what makes her her. Like when...
Because they didn't even use that in Hawkeye.
No, they didn't. Which I thought they would get into with the Echo series.
Yeah.
Right? So when her first fight in since you've seen the first show, I hope a lot of you have, her first fight with Daredevil should have shown her mimicking his spins and flips and everything like that because she's seeing him do it. And now she's like, all right, I know how to do this, and make the fight even tougher. Because somebody starts fighting exactly like you're fighting, you're not going to expect that. Now
Right.
you're going to be thrown off, and there's a chance that, she could actually have won that fight because Double D does, he ends up ultimately winning,
Right.
but he does get taken down a few notches a few times. So, no, they didn't use any of that at all. The reason why in the comic books that Kingpin is interested in her is because he notices that she has this ability and takes him, like in the show, takes her on as his ward, his person, and basically puts her in situations to where she has to now mimic other fighters, stuff like that, and become the ultimate weapon that she ends up becoming.
And that's why he picked her to do that.
Yes,
Yeah.
in the comic books, that's why.
Right.
In this series, besides her anger that she shows, I don't know why the Kingpin was like, yeah, give me her.
Yeah, because she's, other than having some unique fighting abilities,
Right.
I mean, there's nothing special about her.
There's really not.
Oh.
Now
I'm pissed.
So that was what was supposed to have been. So what they've done with this is basically they've taken the character and said, you know what? She's really cool. We're not going to use any of that. And that should have pissed a lot of Marvel heads off. That should have made you guys mad. That were like, oh my God, what are you doing? So what they did instead, and I'm sorry, but I'm going to get into this. Spoiler alert.
Oh, I don't
for
care. I'm watching
everyone
anyway.
here. And what they did instead was they made it to where the history of the Native Americans and such like that, her family heritage of being like one of the first and all of that, the line that goes down and everything along that lines. They made it to where all of her ancestors now fight through her, making her, I almost cringed when they said it, an echo of the past.
No, it doesn't work the same.
It doesn't work the same.
I'm mad, Colby.
It doesn't work the same. So, and some of the things that they did cut out of this, this thing was going to be like 12 episodes. It's 5. So they cut out a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, that's more than half.
Now, might have been a couple of filler episodes, so cool, but still, some things they cut out. They cut out a lot of her gaining her powers, which were like her mom ends up like healing birds and stuff like that were, almost dead or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Her mom's got healing powers. And so she's not a healer, she's a fighter, so she uses her glowing tattoos that appear on her hands to actually fight bad guys, ends up being. And one of the things they cut out was she also was going to have like face tattoos. They never show up. They never show up. So, like, to further expand on her having more supernatural powers, they're just like, meh, we're just going to give everybody glowing hands, and that'll be good. That being said, all that being said, and by the way, again, you Marvel heads should have been upset.
Yeah.
Should have been upset. There should have been outrage happening that you took this character and then made this.
Squashed her.
The series is done right. The series, as far as the feeling of the Echo character and how they're using the sound and taking away some of the sound and some of the spots to really make you feel what she's feeling in that instance, it's done really well. So besides the person that wrote the power list out for her, the rest of this is, I thought, moved along great, and I actually felt for a lot of the characters, and I, like Biscuits. I love Biscuits. I think he's cool. The grandpa and the grandma, sorry, I had a burp escape.
I heard that. I smell it.
But all of that's the town. I love it. It felt like it sped through a lot with some of the Kingpin stuff. I needed to see more because he owns the screen every time he's on it.
Yeah, that's a badass character, man. And Vincent D'Onofrio does it perfectly.
Yes. The only other thing that I had that I didn't like about it was the ending of her in the fight with Kingpin. She ends up just going, "Here's what's in your heart." And then he goes, "What did you do? What is going on? What's happened?" And he just gets in his car and leaves. So, kind of weird about that. But the series, like I said, it's good. And if you don't know the things that you should know before walking into Echo, if you have no idea about the character, you're good with it.
Like me.
It'll be fine. If you are a Daredevil universe fan and you know some of the things about Echo, just know that by what I described, you are going to be slightly disappointed or majorly disappointed. One of the two. That's just what's going to happen.
I didn't know any of this, and now I'm majorly disappointed.
Imagine how badass that would be to have her have those abilities and then mix her in with some of the other MCU characters. Like, she goes up against, I don't know, one of the widows, and they're like, "Oh, we got this, no problem." And then she starts fighting exactly like a widow. Or Bucky.
Wow.
Or any of the good fighters that are in the
Yeah.
MCU think they have it maxed. And then she's like, no, I got you, dog. You're done because I can do everything that you can do. By the way, I can also do all the things that all the other people before you did.
Just adds it to her repertoire.
Just adds it to it.
Sounds like me.
So, yeah, so that's that. By the way, there is breaking news all over the internet that Bernthal's Punisher will be in Daredevil Born Again. Welcome to what I said last year about August.
You called it.
So it's now breaking that, yeah, your Punisher's coming back. I already told you. It's
Colby called it.
It was you already would have known.
That's what we should call this podcast.
I called it.
Colby called it.
Yeah. So there you go. So there it is. There is your Colby Saps Mystery Shotgun.
Thank you, Colby.
So should I send us to the breaky break?
Send us to the break.
Coming up next, we've got our NFL picks against the spread and then news and notes, and I might tell you what's wrong with gymnasiums now. I don't know. Something. Later. Back.
Hello, sports fans. FanStream Sports.
Hey, you like golf? There's a good chance you do, because I said so. But what do you need playing golf? Well, you need clubs, right? Clubs, you need balls. The thing that people don't usually think about is that golf bag. And that's what most people see when they look at your golf clubs, like right off the bat. And if you've got a raggedy bag, it's not doing you any favors, bud. So get you a new bag. Go over to orca-golf.com. Orca-golf.com. Why are you going there? You're going there because you want a golf bag, but you want one that's kind of screams you. So you want to pick the colors. Well, you can use your own custom colors. Maybe you have a logo in mind. Maybe it's your logo. You're like Prince. You just have a symbol. That's the case. Dude, you can get your logo on there. Your name, just get it done exactly like what you want it done. By actual designers. Nothing goes out of their factory without the approval of the founder, Erica Bennett, who is just brilliant.
Hey,
We've seen some of her
that's my
bags.
stance.
We've got one of them actually in the studio. And you know what? Dude, it looks good. If you want other people to look at your golf setup and go, man, that just screams Frank. You want that? Then go over to orca-golf.com. Do yourself a favor and use the promo code DSP10 for 10% off and free shipping. I'll say that again, DSP10 for 10% off and free shipping. So do it today because Orca Golf is the best choice in the game.
Hi, golfers. IndyCarTim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything. Turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
All right, guys, time to talk a little bit about turf life. You've seen the hats on our heads. You've been or seen the video of the studio. You've seen that the decals are all over the place. Turf Life. Man, it's the brand that salutes the consumer and industry players everywhere whose lives involve turf. What does that mean? That means if you play or have a business or, maybe you're a sports educator, you're going to be on turf at some point. So you live the turf life. So go ahead and tell everybody you live the turf life by having your Turf Life window decal or, the hat or the keychain or the something. Along that lines, just go to turflifeclub.com and become a turf head. That's what it's called when you live the turf life. You're now a turf head. And you can go join the club today and snag that window decal or snag any other special Turf Life accessories and go over there to that website, which is turflifeclub.com, and get your stuff and show everybody that, man, I'm all about that turf life. And then you just kind of raise your coffee mug at them and go, yeah, turf life, baby. That's what it's about. And then that's the end of the commercial. Ding. That means it's done in microwave talk.
Hey, listeners, make sure you check out the brand new FanStream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7, day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you.
Now, more FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to the Colby Sapp and IndyCarTim show right here on FanStream Sports on Hump Day Colby. Still calling it that.
No.
Hump Colby Day. Live from the Dallas-Fort Worth studios here on a frigid, star-filled sky above us as we are outdoor. I'm just kidding. Colby studio is toasty, man.
It is. It's a lot warmer than normal.
That heat, it's because I put the heater in there for you. I'm looking out for you.
That's actually good because most of the time nipples are pointing.
I know. I'm aware. I can usually see them. Colby, joining us now via the miracle of the webcam situation, we have one Big Red-facedness. Hello, Big
What is
Red.
up, boys? What is up, boys?
It's the Big Red.
Big Red, Big Red.
Give it to me, Lance. Give it to me, Lance. Push, push. Give it to me, Lance.
My mother's going to be sore for the next week.
That's what she said.
What's the last one?
Had hold of my nipple.
Oh, poor Fisher.
By the way, I didn't mention this in Mystery Shotgun. She-Hulk Season 2, does according to the star Tatiana Maslany, may not be happening because of how much it costs to CGI it. So,
I mean, I can do it for like $20.
What about they just do like claymation?
there you go.
Claymation She-Hulk. I mean, I'd watch that. You
Just
can make them
have Lou Ferrigno's daughter show up and play She-Hulk. That'd be hilarious.
give her like 3 boobs. 3 Hulk boobs.
There you go. Have a Total Recall moment.
By the way, She-Hulk was hot.
Yes.
I'm just going to throw that out there.
And it was a really good show.
It was a good show.
Really good show.
Really good show. We almost started our old show that way, Bigness. All right, boys, it is time for NFL picks against the spread.
Man, screw football.
Divisional round edition. As we try to get our music going here, we're having some technical difficulties.
The McCarthy news just really killed, because I was actually almost getting ready to all right, let's just enjoy football without any kind of consequence or whatever. But
Can't do it.
now this.
We can't do it. But now it's a better time because McCarthy's back, boys. We're going to run it back. We're going to run all that success back.
Yes.
Let's get ousted by the Lions in the first round next year. How about that on the road?
That's my team I'm rooting for. I know they're not going to win, but
Detroit?
Yeah.
I would too, but I got to pull for the Bucks because I do a Bucks show twice a week. So, and I'm a Baker guy. I love me some Baker potato Mayfield.
Yeah, but I'm rooting for the ankle biters.
I know, and I like Dan Campbell obviously, and Jared Goff might be the best quarterback in the NFL right now. It's okay. I like the Lions. I used to live up there. I get it, but I got to root for my Baker. Big Red, who's your team? Oh, Kansas City. Because, I live in Kansas City, even though I'm 10 hours away.
Missouri.
3 hours away.
That's a long 3-hour drive, too, dude. That 3 hours from Monroe City to Kansas City, it feels like it's going from coast to coast.
Well, it's one long straight road, that's for sure.
God, like barns everywhere and freaking hayfields. And it's like, dude, where am I, Iowa?
Just anybody but Buffalo, because I want G to shut up.
Yeah, I'm done with Buffalo. I need Josh Allen to have a Dak Prescott game.
I just have a Josh Allen game.
Because Dak Prescott has Josh Allen games.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, they're interchangeable, right? They're the same quarterback. All right, boys, just 4 games on the docket as we are in divisional round mode. To update everybody on the scores after wild card round, Big Redness is still in the lead with 76 points. The Coin is in second place, hot on Big Red's heels with 73 points. Colby Saperstein. Colbra Saperstein.
I don't know if any of that's official nickname, but go ahead.
In third place with 69, dude.
Whoa, dude. Right.
I don't know if I'm high or drunk right now. I'm feeling really good. Oh, by the way, Big Red, I got something for you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, the Jaeger machine. You need to come visit the Jaeger machine.
As long as it's not the chip machine, we'll be fine.
You'll be dead if you do that again. Poor Big Red Heart's going to stop. I got a Jaeger here for you, but it's for me because you're not here.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I swear to God, during the golf show, I think I did 10 little fireball shots.
Yes.
Because Gerb was trying to get me drunk for some reason, and then he just left.
Right.
He's all hooking me up, trying to get me all drunk for hopefully some good reason, and then he just bolts in the middle of our show.
Yeah, that's
kind of what he does.
Gani Gerber. By the way, have you heard the latest revelation from John Gerber, Big Red? His latest admission?
Uh-oh, what's that?
Let's get this because I had to get it on tape.
I like other guys.
Okay. All right.
He finally admitted it on tape.
Finally admits it.
He did.
Once a player, always a player.
All right, Colbra Saperstein at 69 points, and the legend of IndyCarTim is bringing up his rear.
Tim and M.
Mm-hmm. My unknown cousin Eminem, 64 points. As Big Red is a full 13 points ahead of me. I might catch up this week, though.
Don't think so.
Big Red might be getting negative points.
Okay.
All right, boys. Our first game on the docket, the Texans plus 9.5 at the 13-4 John Harbaugh Ravens.
Are we allowed to root for the Texans? It's a Houston team.
They're not the Astros.
Yeah, but the Houston Astro fans are also rooting for the Houston Texans, right? So
yeah,
they would
still a Houston team, dude.
They would. But I feel like I want to because it's back to the old I used to root for the Oilers type of situation.
Doesn't matter.
But can we root for the? Because
They're not the Oilers.
I don't think we can.
You can't.
Okay.
As I'm trying to get my coin flip generator.
You can secretly if you wanted to, I guess.
I mean, yeah, just don't tell anybody. But we'll know when we see your I love CJ Stroud posts.
I mean, I'm not going to go all that far, but I mean,
It's pretty good.
got some ex-Cowboys on that team. I like to see him.
Noah Brown, Dalton Schultz,
Yeah.
Malik Collins.
I like to see him do all right.
So in my Lindy's draft guide that I did coming up for the Texans, Colby, I told you about my Cowboys piece that I did, but I also did the one for the Texans, and I put as the number one draft need, move out of Houston.
Okay, that's a good idea.
I don't know how the guys at Lindy's are going to like my joke, but
That's a
probably
good
send
idea.
it back to me.
The whole place smells like fart.
Yeah, just leave Houston and you'll be a better team.
So who you got, Tim, since you're picking first, since you're in last?
Colby, they're my Ravens. It's my AFC team. Everybody knows it. Lamar's my boy, even though he never won a Heisman, Big Red. Still one of the funniest moments ever in the history of podcasting, and it was our freaking, first show ever?
Episode
Second
2.
show ever. When I got into an argument with Big Red that Lamar Jackson never won a Heisman, and we were both so drunk you could barely understand what we were saying.
I wasn't drunk enough to forget that Lamar Jackson won the Heisman.
And I talked you out of it, though.
Well,
All right. So
you
you've got the Ravens and
Look at Colby being the voice of reason here, trying to keep us on target. I'm going to see if I can derail him.
This show's never been on target.
Colby, I'm last, so I get to go first, because if you ain't last, you're first.
Wow.
I have the Ravens.
Uh-huh.
The total, 43.5. I have the over.
Okay.
And I will go farther, and I will give you my score prediction.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Because, of course, I cover the Ravens all year over at ravencountry.com. You guys go check it out. I don't care if you're a Ravens fan. Just go give me some clicks. I need the money.
Okay.
44-13. Ravens.
Damn it.
Calling for the route.
So then that would leave Colby to pick next.
Yeah, give me the Fighting Strouds
Wow. He likes Houston.
and give me the under.
The CJ Stroud's in the under, which means the coin is next, boys. Heads is Texans, tails is Ravens. We have tails. The coin has Baltimore. Heads is over, tails is under. The coin giveth under.
All right.
Baltimore in the under, which means the leader in the clubhouse with 76 points is Big Red.
Well, give me those Texans and give me that under.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God, I forgot to do my Jaeger shot, Big Red.
Don't know if he needed it. Just be quite honest.
That's a big shot.
Oh, we got on-air vomiting. If you tune
That was a
in
big
to
shot.
the Colby Sapp and IndyCarTim show for on-air vomiting,
Woo!
could happen. Right here.
That was a really big shot.
That was on your show bingo card.
Yeah.
You had that on your bingo card.
That
You
might
know
be an
why? I just
instant
realized
win.
what I did. I poured it before I went to the bathroom
And then you report.
and left the cup sitting there. And then I poured it again right before I came in here. So I just,
You just double shotted it.
I'm going to get lucky with myself tonight. Next game on the docket, boys. The
Hands on.
Cowboys beating Fudge Packers. Can we say that? Fudge Packers?
I mean, you did.
Said it twice.
Uh-huh.
Plus 9.5 again
Uh-huh.
at the 40 Winers. Speaking of Fudge Packers. With an over-under of 50.5. Boys, do you believe in love? Because I believe in love.
Okay.
Because I've got Green Bay.
Wow.
And I have the under.
All right.
Colbert Saperstein.
Okay. Well, I've got give me San Francisco.
San Francisco. You
And
have to say it right.
I said it right. And you know what? I'm just going to go directly opposite of you and give me the over.
Colby likes his overs in San Francisco. The coineth, because apparently Benjamin Franklin's the president. Packers heads, 49ers tails, it's 49ers.
Okay.
Heads is over, tails is under. It is the overture.
Oh, well, look at me. Me
San
and the coin.
Francisco and the over. Colby loves the coin.
Oh, I mean, it's in second.
Big redness.
Give me the loving Packers and the over.
Green Bay in the over. I told y'all Jordan Love's going to be the best quarterback to come out of that class.
Yeah, you've said that a few times.
Yeah, because I'm right. And you just wait. When his contract's up, coming to Dallas.
I don't know about all that.
We're going to love us some Dallas. God, that Jaeger's going down hard. Next game, boys.
Mark.
The J.P. Peterson Buccaneers.
Uh-huh.
Plus 6.5 at the Colby Sap Lions.
Right.
I almost said something else. 48.5 is your total. Boys, I believe in Baker. Because he's your next quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
We're going to have all of them.
Telling you, man, they're all coming here because we need one so bad. So I have the Buccaneers.
Uh-huh.
Might wear my creamsicle jersey that I'll have to go buy.
Anybody else feel like we're walking in tar?
That's what she said. Are we going mudding, Colby?
I think we are. We're just in Tim mud all over this fucking
Going
place.
mudding. Finally. Been asking for months. 48.5 is the total. I have the under. It's all you.
Okay.
Cobra Sapper, see, I didn't say his name. He didn't know it was his turn.
Yeah, I forgot. It's been so long.
That's what she said.
Give me the Lions and give me the under because I don't think the Buccaneers score more than 6.
What? They got Rashad White.
Huh?
They got Rashad White
Yeah.
and Mike Evans.
Yeah. I don't think, yeah.
Baker Mayfield's going to plant the flag
Yeah, at Poncho's.
in the yard of... Man, I'd like to go to Poncho's. He just derailed me with Poncho's talk. All right, Mr. President, what says you? As heads will be the Buccaneers, tails will be the Lions. We have... Oh, it's the Buccaneers. And heads is over, tails is under. Mr. Presidente, margarita at Chili's. A lot of alcohol on the brain. It's over. All right, big red face. Are you a Baker or are you a Goff?
Well, I originally had Tampa Bay marked, but I think I'm gonna back off of that. I think I'm
No
gonna
takesies, backsies.
I'm gonna go with Goff in the Lions and the over.
He's going to go with J Goff. He's going to go J Goff.
J Goff.
Big red. That wouldn't be the first time he J-Goffed on the show. Mark.
Yourself.
Oh, God. Need a woman. Then finally, the last game. Speaking of J-Goff.
What?
What?
Nothing.
I was choking on my J-Goff.
Don't mark that because I don't want to hear it again.
Last game on the weekend, boys. Big Red's favorite team.
Uh-huh.
The Kansas City Chiefs. Plus 2.5 on the road at the Dak Prescott Bills. With a total of 45.5. Who's first?
You are.
Oh, yeah.
This whole time.
I don't know if it changed because it was a different game.
You're the one in control of this damn thing, which is the reason why we're here.
I need a shot.
I don't think so, Tim.
20 minutes behind.
Dude, our whole show started behind. We didn't even use a run sheet. We went rogue because of McCarthy. I have Colby. I have Kansas City. I have the Dallas Texans.
All right.
Winning on the road against the Dak Prescott-led Bills. And I also have, with a 45.5 point total, Pat, I would like to buy a vowel, and I would like that vowel to be a U.
Okay.
See what I did there?
Uh-huh.
Culver Saperstein.
Okay, give me the Chiefs and give me the over.
Would you like to think about it?
No. That's where I'm at. I'm here.
Just making sure.
I did it.
All right. The coin, Mr. President. Heads is Kansas City. See what he's doing over there? Big Red, you see what he's doing on the camera? He's flexing his boobies, his man boobies.
That's right.
I mean, I can do that.
You did. You're still not.
It feels good.
You look like a big bear trying to scratch your back. That's what you look like right now.
I feel like a big bear. Never mind. I was going somewhere difficult. The coin has the Bills. And the coin also has over or under. Oh, it's got the under. Bills in the under.
All right, then.
So big red necklace around the black shirt, wearing face, headset, glasses, glare with the pointy red gray beard.
I'll take the
Put
Chiefs
that on a card.
and the under.
Oh, just like me. Got to be like me. So there's your 4 games, boys and girls. There are our picks against the divisional round spread. If you would like to spread them with us,
That's right.
tune in every show from now and then just next week because NFL season's almost over. Hey, should we start doing Mavericks picks?
No.
We'll start with the
Every game.
We'll do with the UFL.
Oh, we got to do UFL, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot about
The
that.
XFL and the USFL, them boys merged together.
Yeah.
In a giant game of naked twister to form what's coming up next.
By the way, we've got UFL former XFL Seattle or St. Louis Battlehawks head coach Anthony Beck. It's going to be on our show.
Woo!
As we are booked. He's a new friend of mine. As this kid played at Iowa State.
Good, Becky.
We had him over on the J.P. Peterson show lots of times. I told him we talked a lot of XFL. He's like, come on, let's have me on the show. Let's do it. So I'm like, yeah, buddy. Go Renegades. I probably didn't do that. All right, Big Red, you have anything you'd like to tell everybody before you depart us?
No, just that we're in for the same season next year that we've seen for the last 30 years. And since we're running it back, it's going to be the same fucking shit show. And I'm miserable, and I may completely write off the Cowboys like I've threatened every year for the last 30 years. And I don't know, I may actually do it this time.
Do you agree with my estimation that I texted everybody that if Jordan Love was the quarterback of the Cowboys, we'd win 4 straight Super Bowls?
You're stupid.
Yeah, you dumb.
Wait, I didn't say Jordan Love. Who did I say? It wasn't Jordan
Still
Love.
doesn't matter. You're still dumb.
You said Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield. If he was the quarterback of the Cowboys, we've had 4 straight Super Bowls.
You need to watch more Baker Mayfield.
You're
he
an
does
idiot.
more. He does more fuck ups than Dak every single game.
That, of course, is based on an old bit. I still say it's a bit because there's no way Big Red ever believed this for real. 3 years ago when he said Aaron Rodgers, if he was the coach, the quarterback of the Cowboys, we'd win 3 straight Super Bowls.
We would have.
No, because he's Aaron Rodgers. And we
Not-
still had
not
Jason
from
Garrett,
then
right?
to now, from then back. We would have, yeah.
There's no, because Jason Garrett was the head coach still. There's no way.
Just doing pec thrusts.
Go peck off. All right, Big Red. We'll see you next week.
Go peck yourself, Colby.
Go peck Stacy for us. There he is, Mr. Big Redness. He was red tonight. I wonder if he's okay.
Just having him some alcohol.
Aren't we all?
Nope.
Alcohol. All right, Colby. You ready for a little bit of this?
I am.
Figured you were. I could tell.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you, me. Thank you, you, for making it sound good. News and Notes is where I search the World Wide Web for the weird.
Internets.
And by God, I've found it. Let's go to Florida, shall we?
Please.
So, January 15th, that was only a couple days ago, Jessica Beatty, she's 42. She was on probation. She was on probation from, well, she did some fraudulent things. She had a bunch of drug paraphernalia on her, and she she had, drove around under the suspended license and all this other stuff. And this isn't the first time that she's had trouble with the law. She's had theft issues and, well, she's just been in and out of trouble for most of her life. By the way, she's 42, so she's had 42 years to accumulate quite a bit of, almost incarcerations. So she's on probation. Part of her probation is that, she needs to be randomly drug tested because they found drug paraphernalia and she has drug use in her past.
Yep.
So
You got to know.
So they've got to randomly drug test her. Well, she came in for one of her random drug tests and submitted a urine sample. They ran the drug test and I didn't know you was part German Shepherd. So she admitted that en route to her random drug test, she captured some dog urine of her aunt's dog.
Please tell me how she captured it.
That's the thing. Yes. They didn't put in here how she captured it or what she stored it in, because she's got to carry it in and then be in the stall and then put the dog urine into the receptacle that they give her to pee in.
I have a guess.
So it's not said how she transported, but my other question is that because you can't just put a cup underneath a dog and go, all right,
pee.
Yeah, get it. You've got to wait. You've got to stalk this dog. That since you want this, have your receptacle ready, and then run it underneath the dog into the stream and let it collect. And somehow do that without scaring the dog, because just running up onto the dog will stop it from peeing and it'll go somewhere else.
Stops me every time.
So, this was well planned out to collect the dog urine. What wasn't well planned out is the fact that, yes, it's easily seen that this isn't human urine. Real quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Wow.
So she admitted that, it's dog urine. But again, I want to know, and it's not listed in this article, how she went about collecting it. And also, how did she get it in there? Was it in like a sealed baggie or something? Because it's got to be something that's not just protruding.
Because they literally follow you in there and usually they watch you do it.
Right.
I don't know how it is in Florida.
Maybe you can step into a stall, but
Maybe for girls, but like dudes, they watch you do it.
Right. So I don't know how that happened, but somehow it happened, and she would have gotten away with it too.
If it wasn't for them damn kids.
And that stupid dog. Oh. So there you go. Let's go from there to Oklahoma lawmakers, as there's a new bill that basically says if your child believes that it is a imaginary animal and or a species of animal, that it will be barred from participating in school curriculum and activities. So if your kid's a furry, can't come to school here, bud.
Wow.
In fact, if the parents don't come pick up the kid at the school because it's a furry, they will not call regular police. They will call animal control.
Whoa.
To come get you and take you away.
Wow.
Now seeing this bill, I know what's going to happen. It's not going to be the actual furry kid.
Right.
That admits to being, that once they find out. It's going to be the kids like, oh crap, I have a test today.
Yep.
I'm a unicorn.
I'm a unicorn.
Nope. And just immediately get on all fours. I'm a unicorn.
What's wrong with people?
Don't mark that.
Too late.
But yeah, Oklahoma, here's the other thing from this. that means that it's happened so much in Oklahoma that they had to make a law about it.
There's a reason things are done.
Just like the sign out in grocery store parking lots above like the cart corral that says don't leave your babies in the vehicle, and also like don't leave the carriages on top of your car. This is now a thing.
There's a reason.
There's a reason. There's a reason. This is now also there's a reason. So holy crap.
Like one day when I walked into my job and we had a little kitchenette, area for, it was a very small office, like 10 of us. We had a little kitchen and a snack area, whatever. Had a fridge and a freezer we used for ice.
Right.
One day I walked in and there's a sign hanging inside the freezer. Please don't lick the ice scoop. So I took the sign. I went into the owner's office, shut the door behind me. I held it up. I said, so it's my experience that every sign has a story behind it.
Uh-huh.
He's like, I don't even want to talk about it. I said, but there is one, right? He goes, yep. Please go hang the sign back up before she goes back in there.
Wow.
I was like, okay.
You had to then ask who it was, right?
I did it. He told me immediately, and it was no shock. She licked everything.
Well, all right. Well, was she a popular employee?
She wasn't an attractive employee, Colby.
Damn. All right. Well, there you go. Let's go from there to the Guinness Book of World Records. As I didn't even know this was a thing. I really didn't. All right.
Gross.
So apparently nose whistling is a thing. I thought nose whistling only happened when you were like stopped up in just a way that every once in a while it just came out and you were like breathing. You're just like, man, you got a nose whistle. You need to clear that up. Apparently nose whistling is a thing. Also apparently, as Lulu Lotus, who discovered when she was a child that she had the ability to nose whistle whenever she wanted to the point to where she nose whistles songs. She actually, the Guinness Book of World Record is she nose whistled the theme to The Godfather at 44.1 decibels. This noise came out her nose, and we, by the way, have a sampling of what it sounds like.
Are you ready?
I am.
What the hell, dude?
That kind of hurt.
Why is that a thing? Like, how did she change the pitch?
I don't know. I don't know how to nose whistle, sir.
Like, I only nose whistle when I'm stopped up, right? And you got boogers and junk up there, and it just happens like unnaturally. But then you like go blow, and it's done.
It's yes.
She's kind of cute. For those of you not watching the video, she's kind of cute.
Even though she is looking at the camera like she doesn't care about anything that's happening right now.
Not at all.
If you were to watch what we just showed without any audio, you wouldn't know what was going on. Like the dog in the back seat, just like, what?
He's like, who's whistling at me?
What?
Because she's just looking at the camera making the noise whistle thing.
So, but this could probably be something that like.
She should go on like Simon Cowell or whatever that show is.
Just America's Got Talent or whatever.
Is that a talent?
Obviously, I can't do it.
Can't do it either.
But
butt whistle.
That would put you in some weird situations. What if that's not just something that she has happened, but it happens just randomly?
Oh.
Like, I'm going to go there. I'm sorry, but I'm going to go there. What if you were knocking the bottom out of that and just was happening? The nose whistle was just going off as you were just doing the thing.
Like, man, either your bed or your nose is really squeaky.
Right.
I'm going to try to learn how to do that.
Nose whistling. She's garnered fame off of this.
And it's not attractive. Like, she's attractive, right? Like, she's a cute girl.
Right.
But that's not attractive.
Or is it? I mean, I'm sure there's somebody out there who's like, oh, that hotness scale just went up.
Oh, okay. Well, not me.
I mean, there's a lot of things that make your hotness scale go down, and there's a lot of weird things that make it go up. So,
yeah, that's true. I won't lie.
So, I mean, maybe there's somebody out there like you, just not like you.
Nobody likes me.
No, not really. Wow, that was fast. I answered that way too fast.
Well, you were very sure.
Yes. Let's go from there to Rancho Cordova City, as their council has gotten together to rename one of their roads.
Oh no.
So for, I don't know, let's look and see how long this has been a thing. For the past 18 years, they've had a road in their fine city that's in the Sunridge Park community that is Poopernaut Court. It's Poopernaut Court.
Please tell me how this is spelled.
Poopernaut. Poopernaut.
I choose poop.
Poopernaut Court. By the way, the street sign, I shit you not,
I poop you not.
has underneath it, no dumping allowed.
What?
Now, you can't tell me that the people in charge of this place didn't go, oh, yeah, no, we've got to put a no dumping sign right underneath the Poopernaut.
That is awesome.
So it is. So what they're doing is they've put out there in the city council meeting, we would like to change the name of Poopernaut Court. So I'm hoping, and it hasn't happened yet, but I'm hoping they open it up to an internet poll.
Oh, God.
So that at least one person can put on there Pooper McPoopy Face. Because you know that's happening. So
that name would be better.
But
Poopy McPooper Face.
Here's the, you know, like how many times, you know, back old school that Highway 69, the sign used to get stolen. Wonder how many times Poopernaut Court sign has been stolen. Quite a few, right? Because that
has to be.
I mean, every teenager's room would look better with a Poopernaut street sign on it or Poopernaut Court. So
stupid. Leave it to Rancho. What was it? Rancho de Cordova?
Yes.
Yeah, leave it to California.
So there, that is. Let's see, what else do I have here? What is that?
God.
So this wasn't in the Zillow listing, but imagine it should have been. As we go to Grand Junction, Colorado, where authorities are investigating a possible homicide after the people that recently bought this home found in a deep freezer in the back a bag containing human remains.
Oh, no.
As the police arrived and looked at it, they realized it was a human head. Can you imagine buying a home, moving all your things into it, and then getting to the back portion of the home, opening up a freezer and realize nobody else has opened this since you moved in? Nobody tried to clean it. Nobody did anything with it because they would have seen the bag with the human head in it. Do you offer that up as a reason why you don't want that home anymore?
Well, it's the reason I don't want the fridge anymore.
Right. Well, the deep freeze is leaving.
Yeah. Oh.
But no,
maybe I ask for a discount.
I'm calling a lawyer or something and being like, look.
Can you prove to me this was not, head did not come off of the body in this house?
Right. Or, hey, can you prove to me that, well, no, I'm now living in a house that had a homicide in it.
Right.
Obviously, because this guy's head should be attached to a body.
Somewhere.
Should be.
So where's the rest of them?
I don't know. They couldn't find.
Dear.
They couldn't find nobody.
Oh dear. Get it. I wait for it. Wait. I really should have one of those on this page.
So there's that. I can't imagine just going through and buying a place and then a couple days down the road just going to the back garage section and going, by the way, this deep freeze was one of the reasons why we bought this, because it came in with a deep freeze. This is amazing. And open it up and heads up.
I would want to talk to the home inspector that inspected it for the mortgage company.
Right.
Say, did you open the freezer when you were there to inspect it? Because it's part of the house. You had to open it to see if it was working.
He just heard the motor going, didn't he?
Did you open it? Yes or no? Yes. Was there a human head inside? No. Well, now we know where to start looking.
Right. It's the new homeowners that, yes.
Wow.
But no, they're the ones that reported it. I don't think they go, hey, by the way, we killed somebody. Here's a head.
Yeah.
So,
jeez.
There you go. And that's news and notes, everybody.
For the love of all that is holy, Colby. It's been a really good show. Our first show back in a week.
Yes.
I mean, because that's when we do that. Are we coming back Monday?
I think we should probably try.
We're going to try for Monday, boys and girls. Another Monday edition of the Colby IndyCarTim show, because this one was so much fun.
Uh-huh.
I didn't even get to do any Brooke Shields jokes.
Yep. We missed out on what day is it?
We missed out on what is today because we had a good one.
And I didn't have any. Well, you know what? I'll still be aggravated by then. So you can come back for January gym talk.
Yeah, Colby over here has got some January gym thoughts that we needed to get to tonight. But thanks to Mike McCarthy.
Just some pointers coming up from, hey, if you're joining a new gym, a couple of things to not do.
Yeah. Or maybe don't make a gym appearance part of your New Year's resolutions because you know it won't last. Let's just go with that. But we will be back on Monday, boys and girls, with another Colby IndyCarTim show right here on FanStream Sports. We'll be live at fanstreamsports.com on YouTube, LinkedIn, by the way. Go check out FanStream Sports on LinkedIn if you are there. Please follow us. We'll give you a follow back, and we'll, look at some of the business-related things that you decide to post over there.
Right, and then ask you to sponsor some stuff.
Yeah, not buying anything from you. I'm just letting you know. But we'll have all the fun again. Colby will do his gym rant. I'm going to have all my what day is today. Might have to go backlog into some of this week because there were some really good ones. By the way, happy National Bootleggers Day today.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, that's where we were, one of the places we were going.
Just some good old boys.
We got to do some Dukes of Hazzard talk one of these days.
Never mean no.
Did you ever watch that?
Of course I did.
Did you watch the movie?
Yes, I did.
All right. Well, you don't watch movies. I don't know things. So we'll do it all again Monday. Please join us. Please follow us on all the social media. Find us for all the updates for all the shows, our topics. I always put out the run sheet information before we do the show so you can be a part of it. 214-937-0569, our text line. We don't have to be live for you to text in. Text in whenever you want. We'll see it and we'll reply. However, we might send you some weird pictures. If you send weird pictures to us, we invite those. Or we invite those. We invite you to send those. As now Jaeger's hitting my brain.
Right.
Which means it's probably time to go because I have a date at Parkway Tavern right down the tollway. Colby, if you'd like to come with me and do some Jameson.
No, I'm good.
I figured you were.
Yeah.
We'll be back Monday, boys and girls. Until then, we'll see ya.